a subliminal, pursue kwa particular. What you wish you are is what we are. Kila mara kushock the culture, jadisha how deep you are, how sick you are.
Niaje sana kwa sana album reviews. Karibu sana to another album review. Shukran sana kwa kuwa hapa. Kama we ni a returning subscriber ama viewer, kama ni mara yako ya kwanza, karibu sana to the channel. If this is your first time, your first video watching, ya sana kwa sana. Just know kuna this and many more videos unaweza cheki, too many to finish. Leo ni day 22 of MWE, a music writer exercise iliyoanzishwa by an American music critic anaitwa Gary Suarez back in 2015. Idea ni kila siku of February sikiza an album hujawahi sikiza before, then andika a tweet about it. Nilianza kuifanya 2019, lakini kuanzia last year 2021 nimekuwa nikifanya first listen reviews. Huu mwaka nafanya the same concept for kila project that nasikiza, Kenyan projects peke yake. Leo as I've stated ni day 22nd February 22/02 2022, palindrome. Sahi ni 6:38 am. Hizi videos nazi-release on the corresponding days of March. So kama wewe ndiye mtu mmoja mwenye ana watch on the day na premiere on your end, ni 22nd March 2022. Tukifanya hizi reviews, our criteria huwa na aspects tatu: production and musicality, concept na idea, na the content and themes of a project. As the video title inasema, tuna get into Journey by Jabali Afrika. Jabali Afrika is a group, a band wanaojulikana for their vocal style na their percussive informed music. Journey ni their debut album iliyotoka back in 1996. I think until this point ini the oldest album we review for MWE huu mwaka. Na this week, since kuna such albums kwa list yangu, najua encounter much older albums. Their debut na capture early years of their formation. Waliform back in the early 90s na ni one of the Kenyan bands wenye wamekuwa na such a long lasting career, bado wako active to date. Nikisema na capture their formative years ni stylistically, sound iko premised on percussion na their vocal delivery ni in choral format, whether ni via the call and response technique kwa the verses and the choruses ama kwa the harmonizing kwa those same verses na choruses. The idea of the journey sina uhakika na sihisi kana kwamba imekuwa fully executed na sija understand what the journey ilikuwa about. The length naezaenda ni journey yao as a band, as a people, as a group, kuonyesha place walikuwa, place yenye wamefika, ama journey yao na safari yao ya mziki, perhaps vile inaanza na vile ilianza to place yenye walifika up until point ya kurelease this project at the time. And hiyo ndo concept nimepata, then them as individuals wakicapture safari yao ya life, lakini from a general perspective kwa the songs that celebrate their mothers na place wamewafikisha, place wamewatoa, lakini it's far and between na si a narrative that ina flow kuanzia mwanzo till the end of the album, na ati kuna one ideology, one framework of concepts that tunafuata kuanzia start till the end. Hizi ndio the songs kwa the album, kuanzia Jenny song number 1 hadi Senyiwa the last song. Apart from the percussion that informs the sonic environment of the album na their choral delivery, ni lugha pia. Kuna Kiswahili, kuna Dholuo, kuna a language from the Luya community, kisha kuna Kiingereza. Nikiongelea percussion that informs the sonic environment of their debut album, iko inspired by Western Kenya. So nilikuwa naongelea language, speaking about the same from the language ya the Luya community na Dholuo, hizo pia zinatupeleka to Western Kenya, but nilikuwa na bring up ku express concept. Nilikuwa nasema kuhusu the thematic focus na thematic concerns kwa hii album, na idea ya journey not being fleshed out, na perhaps kuna hizo ngoma zile sija capture kwa sababu ya the Luya language. Perhaps some of those songs ama all still touch on the idea of the journey, lakini the other songs that nime understand si zote zina fit ama zina expound on idea ya journey. Going back to kile nimesema kuhusu journey from their personal point of view ya upbringing up until point walifika while they were releasing the work and recording the music. Most of the songs zinaongelea motherhood, celebrating motherhood. The first two songs, Jenny na Tubula, do the same. Then their popular hit song Aoko does the same. Then from that personal perspective ya motherhood, using it now as a symbol, na Mama Africa as a symbol, a common trope that imetumika kwa music for years and years, but that's what tunapata kwa the song Africa, Mama Africa. Lakini the writing ni still you fed me, you brought me up well, na this generic lines that tulikuwa tumesikia kwa the other songs, the opening songs Jenny na Tubula, that zinasherehekea mothers. Kwa Aoko kulikuwa na difference kidogo in the approach, na hata huwezi tell necessarily that ni a song dedicated to a mother as compared to the others that ni generic. So the other songs include Jabali Afrika coming in at song number 13 as the second last song for this 1 hour and 3 minute album, 14 track album, a self-titled song kuongelea, mostly ni just repeating Jabali Afrika and a number of harmonies kwa the song. Then kuna Frenzy inaongelea their style of music na watu kuwa in a frenzy to the African drum is talking. Then the following song ni Climbing Up the Mountain, that usiponiona jua nimeenda the other side, tutakuona on Judgment Day na Jesus is coming sooner. Pengine ngoma kama Climbing Up the Mountain iko na trope ya journey, lakini looking at it as a whole na kwenye ina fit kwa the album, hakuna that narrative coming out and expounding on the idea, as well as ngoma kama Frenzy. So the songs ina capture style yao with the percussion fitting and defining the environment the songs in an interesting manner and engaging ways, different tempo, different rhythms depending on the idea of the song, some of them being faster na up tempo, some of them being slower, mellower na more relaxed kwa their energy na their deep harmonized group vocals. Kisha kuna Magunga coming in early in the album, a song number 3 in Kijaka. Then the other songs that sija taja ziko in the Luya language, so Shiombo, Kolomashi, Awesio na Senyiwa that closes as I mentioned. Alafu kuna other songs that ni either purely instrumentation ama purely a cappella. I found that to be an interesting choice creatively, na ina work as an aspect that touches upon the production. When I got to Lolo song number 6, nilikuwa najiambia as it started ilikuwa absorbing, na nilikuwa najiambia I hope what I maintain as an instrumental piece. Then nilikuwa na the song ni 6 minutes long, nikajiambia perhaps hawatafanya hivyo na at some point kutakuwa na verses coming in na vocals. Good thing, great thing they didn't. The inclusion of the flute was such a beautiful thing to experience. Iliongeza so much adventure to the song, na the piece being the first instrumental song for the album was very engrossing, and ilikuwa a different feeling, a different mood that delivered. Then immediately after that wanna take another creative direction that ni different from what we experience kwa the album when you get to Africa. You fed me, you brought me up, kuongelea Africa kama mama na hizo lines, and as a concept ilikuwa repetitive in the writing, nothing different from the previous songs that zina celebrate na ziko dedicated to mothers, lakini the approach that wanachukua is this time this is a purely a cappella song. Tumekuwa na purely instrumental song na purely a cappella song. The difference in creative direction ilikuwa interesting to experience. The next time kuna such switches ni Awesio that comes after Climbing Up the Mountain. Kile ina happen as we get towards the end of Awesio, it becomes a cappella for a moment. Kisha the following song Lichina ni purely instrumentation, equally as engaging as Lolo. The tempo changes kwa the song make it interesting na very vibrant. Iko kwa the category of songs that ni more up tempo na inspired to get you dancing, similar to the final song that closes Senyiwa with up tempo rhythms, the beat inaku get going na wanamaliza the album on a high. Apart from inclusion ya the flute kwa Lolo, kuna a technique from the percussion side of the song where unasikia a cymbal being played and zina synchronize beautifully na the shakers, Kolomashi as it opens, wana introduce percussive elements one after another, na kuna this beautiful build up that is intricate when you get to the moment ya euphoria, where now all aspects of the instrumentation zimecome alive. Hizo ngoma za Kiingereza, Take Us on a Tangent, Frenzy na Climbing Up the Mountain iliongelea what they are about. Apart from that, kuna Africa that fits kwa the theme ya kucelebrate motherhood na concept ya Africa, tying into also idea ya Jabali Afrika as a song that comes later. But for Climbing Up the Mountain na Frenzy, the delivery and the singing haikuwa potent because haiku sound natural. Tugusie another aspect of the production, looking at the engineering, the instrumentation, kila kitu ni clear, the different aspects of the percussion, shakers, triangles, cowbells, ngoma tofauti wanazocheza, the drums, kitu kama the flute that came in as another aspect, as another instrument, zimekuwa tracked vizuri na tunazisikia zote. Also, they are singing, the quality of their vocal performances equally tracked well na zina fit kwa the soundscape juu tunasikia everything and the harmonies. However, kitu na notice ni the overall levels of the songs. While the album ni largely consistent, the levels za some individual songs ziko lower than others, na so ina bring in aspect ya kukua uneven. With that, still an enjoyable debut. Kama umewahi sikiza Journey ya Jabali Afrika, niambie maoni yako kuhusu hii kazi. Kama hujasikiza and this is something that uko interested in listening na checking out, consider kuisikiza, kisha uniambie maoni yako kuihusu. A few weeks back nilifeature awako kwa mziki ya wiki, a weekly blog segment where I andika about songs that nime come across for the first time na nika enjoy. Link iko kwa description. But that's that kuhusu hii album. Nimesema kuna other videos under MWE, iwapo uko interested consider kucheck out any of them. Ningependa sana kukuona kwa any other video that nimefanya for this exercise, na kwa the channel pia consider kulike na kusubscribe kama hii ni content yako. Shukran sana 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 for your time.